Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back, Leicester City Career Mode episode 35. We're starting off, we've got 3 games in this episode, starting off against Manchester City. You see we've got 2 debuts in this game. Tin Jedvaj playing, he actually started at centre back in this game, and Johannes Geis playing in defensive midfield alongside Gökhan Inler. 2 solid defensive players. Geis is a brilliant passer. Actually, Inler is a great passer as well, to be honest, and a great long-range shooter. So 2 similar players playing in defensive midfield. But you see here, Manchester City got off to the better start, dominating the early portions of the game, to be honest. Fernandinho getting a great chance there. Headed opportunity from right in front of the goal, and he's headed it over the bar somehow, to be honest. I don't know how he done that. But De Bruyne stepped up and said, you know what? If you lot can't finish, I'm going to do it myself. I don't care how far out I am. I'm going to just smash it in. Don't care what foot the ball's on. I'm going to just smash it in. I don't care who's in goal. I'm going to just smash it in. Look at that. It's a great... He's just turned and just hit it off the inside of the post, and he's found the back of the net. Ben Hamer has been brilliant since I called him into the starting lineup, but there's nothing you can do about that one. I think he's kept a clean sheet in almost every game he's played since I called him in. But yeah, there's nothing he's going to do about that one. And we go down in our first FA Cup game of the season. De Bruyne, that's what you get when you have players like that, man. You get them kind of goals. We occasionally score goals like that, but it doesn't come too often. 45 minutes in, making our first chance. Riyad Mahrez going on a little mazy run there, trying to open up an opportunity. Maybe he could have slid in Jamie Vardy, but that's just in hindsight. Wasn't thinking about that when I was doing it. He misses in the end. But going into the second half, we try and carve out a chance. Jamie Vardy's one-on-one and just gets thrown off the field. And at that point, I was just thinking, if that isn't a penalty, I don't know what the hell is. If that ain't a penalty, I'm turning my shit off. You can't do that to me. Look, he's completely... They actually don't show the replay in this one. I don't know why, because Man City were making a sub and they just cut it off. But he just threw him off the field. Jamie Vardy throws it into the back of the net. Equalises in the game. 1-1. And obviously, you guys, I think it was the last episode we actually played Manchester City. Beat them 2-0, was it? Was it 1-0 or 2-0? I'm not sure, I can't really remember. I know we beat Chelsea 2-0 in the same episode. But we beat Manchester City regardless. So now we're coming into this game with a little bit of hope. Our first time beating Manchester City in this career mode. And then De Bruyne steps up and says, I don't care. I don't care what you guys want to do in this game. I'm going to just step up and do it myself. He said, I don't care if you want to score penalties. I'm going to do it myself. He's just violated me twice in one game. Ben Hamer can't get near the shot. He's caught it. He's controlled it on the turn and just hit it straight away. Another goal from outside the box. That one again, pretty much as far... I'd say pretty much as far into the corner as you could get, but his last goal was further into the corner. So there's not much we could do about that. But we could do this. Enner Valencia there, riding a few challenges, going down the other side, and just smashing it into the corner. 76 minutes in, so we're not running away in this game. We're not laying down. You see Valencia there riding a challenge there, and then just running around. Sanya can't get there, and he smashes it into the back of the net with his left foot. Now Valencia's been on some pretty good form this season. Also Jamie Vardy is starting to score more. So if both of those guys are scoring at the same time, our title challenge is actually ready to go, because I wasn't too sure if we could actually win the league, with our objective obviously being Euro League. And really, where we were around just the Champions League spots, floating around there earlier on into the season. But at the end of last episode, I think we're 8 points behind Arsenal. But if, like I said, if these two keep scoring, we have Arsenal to play still. Maybe we can make something happen. Maybe we could push for the title. But into the transfer window, obviously it's deadline day now, arriving soon. So Eden Hazard wants to leave Chelsea. I was looking at that thinking that would be a great signing, but then obviously we don't have that much money after making the last signings in the last episode. But then there's 2 more pieces of business going on right here. Jordan Ibe actually comes in to the team on a short-term loan until the end of the season. Obviously we secured Arnautovic on a free contract, so he'll join us next season. But until that happens, we do need a winger, especially with Albright and the saga going on there. We're not sure if he's going to want to leave or stay. So we brought in Jordan Ibe until the end of the season. Next season, Arnautovic will come in. We'll look a different team. I'm sure we'll look a very different team next season. And also, Mittelstad went out on a 2-year loan to Gillingham. He's also another player. He's a player who's kind of just like faded away because he hasn't got too much game time, but he's still a brilliant prospect. I can't remember what his potential was, but it was very good. So getting him out on loan is important, especially when he comes back. Hopefully I could get him out on loan again, but we'll see how that goes. in a game against Bournemouth now. Still 0-0. Jeffrey Schlupp getting a chance. Good save by the keeper. Bournemouth away from home is always a tough game for me in this because their stadium, a different camera angle is used when you play in their stadium. It's just automatic. You can't do anything about it, and it makes it a little bit awkward, especially for the first few minutes in the game. But we're starting to get into the game here as Aarons heads off the crossbar and Schlupp picks it up from outside the box again and forces a good save out of Federici. But yeah, it takes a while to get used to this stadium when you're playing in it, but by the looks of it, we are used to it now. Holtby slides it into Mahrez, goes outside on a nice little run, keeping the ball, playing it to Aarons eventually, and then Aarons gets taken down inside the box. It looks a little bit like a dive, to be honest, but you'll see from the replay, Aarons is tripped when he turns to come back inside the box. You see right here, he's going away from the goal. It's a bit of a silly challenge. The player wasn't nowhere near the ball. It looks kind of like he done it on purpose, just tripped him up. And then Jamie Vardy with a brilliant penalty, just smashing it into the corner of the net. Great penalty. No one's going to save that apart from any keeper on FIFA 16 if they dive the right place. So it's a great penalty, but again, penalties on this, they're just guesswork basically. There's no confidence in taking a penalty because you know if the keeper goes to the right place, then he saves it. Luckily, the keeper went down the bottom instead of going top corner because we managed to get another goal in this episode. Jamie Vardy gets another goal in this episode. 2 penalties in this episode, but then Bournemouth come straight back. We came straight back as City when City scored against us. And now Bournemouth coming straight back at us when we score against them. It's a little bit of a frustrating goal, but at the same time, we're going to have to take it. Because Shaw attempted a tackle there and just didn't get the ball. Austin retrieved it, played a through ball in, and it's actually a very good finish, as you can see there. Opened his body up, side-footed it into the corner. We're coming back down the other end. Mahrez into Vardy, Vardy back into Mahrez. Mahrez denied by Federici, who's made a few good saves in this game to deny us. Tinyedvai this time as we're coming forward. Holtby gets it around the penalty area, pulls it back to Vardy, and Vardy is the one player you would want to have that. Maybe Vardy or Mahrez on his left foot, but Vardy on the form he's on all the time, you expect him to score that, and it's a big chance missed there, and that was the final one we'd get of that game. We end up being held to a 1-1 draw by Bournemouth. Federici getting man of the match because he did make a lot more saves than I actually showed in the video. Some saves from half chances there that just didn't make it in, but now we're into deadline day after training our players. Hazard gets his move from Chelsea. That was quick. There was no saga, no bid transfer war. He just went to AC Milan. So that's kind of interesting. Into deadline day, you see time ticking away. Nothing's happened for us so far, really. Time's just going by. News going of Griezmann possibly leaving. And our first bit of business is Benalouan leaves the squad for 4.9 million. I wasn't sure about that because I felt like we might have needed him, but at the same time, he is 30 years old now, and I thought, let me just get some money for him while we can. We let him go. Obviously, we just brought in Tinyedvai, who I was going to use as a right back, but we can use him as a centre back if we need to. Cardiff City signed Tom Huddlestone. Griezmann pledges his loyalty to Atletico Madrid. Sigurdsson rejects the transfer. QPR interested in Cristante, Brian Cristante, good defensive midfielder, young. So there's interesting stuff going on here. Late into the transfer window, Leicester City linked to Vargas. Would there be enough time for this move to go through, even if that was about to go through, if they did want to sign him? 3 hours left. Antoine Griezmann signs for Borussia Dortmund. That's obviously a player who we signed recently in the Arsenal career mode. Brilliant player. He's left Atletico Madrid for 45 million. And on the last hour of the deadline day, Leicester City, we've signed Bruma, Jeffrey Bruma from PSV Eindhoven, obviously formerly of Chelsea, for 7 million. It was 7 million plus Danny Simpson, who was out of contract at the end of the season. So that's a pretty good signing for me. Obviously, it read questions asked, big fee. I'm not sure about that, but I don't like when I read that because obviously I like to feel like I've made good bargain transfers, some good offers, get some good deals done, but they're saying it was overpaid, to be honest. 7 million plus Danny Simpson. I'm okay with that, to be honest, on the last hour of deadline day as well. To replace Benalouan, younger, better, we'll take it, to be honest. And then you see, that's just passed by. We actually signed offered contracts to 2 players out of the youth squad, 2 very promising players. And then we're into the game with Manchester City, the replay of the FA Cup game. Kevin De Bruyne trying to do the same thing again, just smash it in from outside the box, coming real close there. But it's our time to shine as Ali Arsian finishes the through ball played into him by Lewis Holtby and celebrates the goal. We go 1-0 up. It's not at Etihad anymore. We're playing at the King Power Stadium. This is our home. We've actually turned this stadium into a little bit of a fortress in the past season, including this one. Tolgai Ali Arsian scores his first FA Cup goal for the team. Good finish, not being saved by Willy Caballero. We take the lead in this one. Great start to the game. Manchester City coming back though. Muller plays it into Navas. He just smashes his shot into the side netting. Is what I'm trying to say, side netting. But then, 34 minutes in, it's a great through ball from Lewis Holtby. He's just our creator, man. He's like our Mesut Ozil. He's just involved in everything. Great through ball from him, but Jose Perez's shot is saved by the keeper. And Jeffrey Schlupp there, winning the ball back. What were Manchester City thinking? Was that company as well? Losing the ball right in front of his goal, and I panicked after I stole the ball. I'm not gonna lie. Not even after watching it back, right after doing that, I realised maybe I could have taken one more touch, a tiny touch, and just squared it to Perez for an easy tap in. But we didn't. We missed the target as well on Schlupp's right foot. Schlupp there, powering a header over the bar as well, trying to make up for the miss. But look, it's all us early on in the game. Holtby again involved into Jamie Vardy, and he nods his header into the corner of the net, makes it 2-0 on the stroke of half time. Lewis Holtby again getting another assist. He's been brilliant since he joined the side. He's just the main man, to be honest. I love Lewis Holtby in this game. When I signed him, I knew it was going to be my favourite player in the team. And although Mahrez is brilliant to use in this game, Vardy obviously does his thing, but Holtby he's my favourite player, definitely. He's our Mesut Ozil. And then Manchester City go and do this. Can Manchester City score against me without it being a just amazing goal? Because you look at this goal, with defending while Shaw is just jockeying Delph. Everywhere they go, Sterling is covered. We get something on the pass. It bounces up to Yaya Toure. And before the ball even bounces, to be honest, Yaya Toure is adjusting his body, ready to hit it. And it's a beautiful strike. Kind of a bicycle kick, bicycle motion with his feet there. And he smashes it into the net. But Fabian Shaw tries to top him there with a long range strike. Good effort. Saved by the keeper. Look at that. It's such a sweet strike. We saw him score that free kick against Chelsea in the last episode, which was a brilliant strike. That would be in goal of the season there. He's trying to top it again, which probably wouldn't have topped it, but you see there, that's a great chance for Manchester City being created. Silva hitting the outside of the post there. Great football from Manchester City as well. I just couldn't keep up. Schlupp couldn't get in the way of that shot, but luckily it hit the post for us. Lewis Holtby again making things happen, playing the ball over the top. Jose Perez hitting the post. With only 10 minutes to go, could have killed the game off there, but it didn't actually matter in the end. Manchester City coming forward. Not enough time. Kun Aguero on the ball, being pulled up for the end of the game. And you see the team there celebrating a big win in the FA Cup. We've beat Manchester City 2 times this season now. After 3 games with them, I think, they have yet to beat us in this season. Well, actually, no, that's our 4th game against them, and they've yet to beat us. So that just shows great progression on our behalf this season. We're turning into a real top team, and now we're leaving you with a squad report. A lot of players going up. Obviously, as usual, if you want to take a look in deeper fashion at the players' attributes, just pause the video on any one of the players. You can take a look at them. We've got a lot more players. Remember last season I mentioned, when I look at the squad report, there's a lot of dead weight players not growing, not showing any potential, players decreasing. It's looking a lot better now as well, especially you see here the players on loan like Isgrove showing some potential, a lot of young players, just a lot more growth instead of, I think at some point last season we had more decline and non-growth players who have reached their plateau, as well as decline, more of that than actual growth in the team. But that's the end of the episode, guys. Like I said, you could go back and check out any of the players, pause on their name, and that will be that. That's it for the episode. We'll come back with some more Leicester career mode. We'll have some more Arsenal career mode up. Also, you could check that out at any point. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you loved it. Bye.